There's a very popular theory about life in general. Most people are only separated by 6 degrees. I know you, and you know X, Y, and Z, and Y knows K, and next thing you know, I'm related to Oprah. But in the music world, or entertainment in general, 6 degrees is more like 2 or 3. Everyone knows everyone else, or has worked with someone who's worked with the person you're trying to get to. This close community relation also goes for romantic relationships and sexual encounters. In a microcosm like Atlanta, Georgia, these degrees lessen even more, and most people are down to 1 and 2 degrees apart, especially the celebrities. Which brings us to everyone's favorite hot topic of these past 2 weeks. Longtime Atlanta resident, R&B music superstar, Usher Raymond IV. Usher has been in the music industry for a whopping 26 years, of his mere 38 years on Earth. Of the 26 years, the only public scandals we've heard about him have revolved around his romantic relationships with women. Otherwise, he is noted as a pretty stand-up, easy on the eyes, friendly guy. It seems that Usher's bad luck with women always comes at the 2-year mark. His best-selling album to date, Confessions, was an introspective look at his failed, very public relationship with R&B singer Rosanda Chili Thomas of the top-selling pop trio, TLC. It was 2 years into the relationship that Chili discovered Usher had not only cheated on her with one woman, but many rumored women, in and around the Atlanta area. It was around this time that I, personally, started to hear very loud whispers of Usher also having relations with some of Atlanta's elite gay male escorts. None of this has ever been proven, confirmed, nor denied. However, it was 2 years after the Chili cheating confession that Usher fell for his stylist, Tamika Foster, and married her against his mother/manager's will. Right on schedule, the marriage lasted 2 years and produced 2 children. Foster and Raymond were divorced in 2009. The couple's dissolution was gruesome and very public. Usher went to war with Tamika in divorce court, as well as family court, while Tamika went to war with Usher on social media. Again, 2 years. In 2011, 2 years after their divorce, the frenemies were still in a messy child custody battle. Tamika Raymond felt financially defeated and thought that the law wasn't on her side due to her ex-husband's fame. In her social rants, the former Mrs. Raymond aimed many subliminals, allegedly, directly at Mr. Raymond. One message in particular was a very cryptic rant about not trusting men, how they are, quote, Decepticons, and if they are down low gay, then they should come with a warning, like wearing wristbands, indicating their sexual preference. This caught the attention of a lot of messy people. Radio stations and bloggers were all over this story, especially people in Atlanta who already know the tea, and others who simply remember the many rumors that swirled all over the gay community when Usher and Chili broke up. At the same time, due to the ongoing success of his Confessions album, Usher had been catapulted into pop star status, with a legion of fans ready to attack his ex-wife and defend the R&B singer by any means necessary. The gay rumors died down, but Tamika still seemed very angry with her ex-husband. For the most part, the media wrote her off as simply being a bitter ex, and in the eyes of public opinion, Usher, though confessing through songs, could do no wrong. Tamika Foster's close friend and bridesmaid in her wedding, Maya Fox Davis, an unknown singer, admitted to having an affair with the pop star via a lawsuit she filed against him, citing her positive testing for Herpes Simplex II, was contracted during her and Usher's affair, dating back to 2009, when he and Tamika Foster divorced. Allegedly, there are medical records that proved that Usher knew he had herpes, and he did not disclose his status to Fox. However, upon learning of her positive status, he immediately took care of her medical bills, which totaled less than $3,000. Considering there is no cure for Herpes Simplex II, Mr. Raymond settled her emotional distress and depression case for $1.1 million at the end of 2012. The entire ordeal was very private, as the unsuspecting public had no knowledge of Usher's medical status, Fox's identity, nor the financial settlement. However, in a September 2012 interview with Oprah Winfrey, it was Usher himself who revealed that he indeed cheated on Tamika Foster and admitted that it was with one of her bridesmaids. He favorably left out all of the herpes tales, and Oprah wasn't messy enough to dig and find out about it to ask, or perhaps his secret was safe with her, as not to tarnish his public image. Nonetheless, The herpes was locked away in Usher's underwear drawer, never to be talked about or exposed. Until now. We are 2 years into his latest marriage, to another one of Tamika Foster's former friends, Grace Miguel, who was also a stylist, and in 2 short years, is now conveniently managing his career. Last week, leaked documents were allegedly obtained by fellow messy gossipers, Radar Online. All of Usher's herpes-related medical history and court filings regarding the $1 million settlement have been put on blast for public humiliation and ridicule. Suddenly Usher doesn't seem so squeaky clean, and Tamika Foster doesn't seem so crazy. After the internet memed the hell out of Usher and shamed him using titles and lyrics from his own songs. A mystery woman filed a lawsuit against the infected singer, citing having learned about his herpes status through social media. She is now terrified and concerned for her own health because she too has allegedly had sex with Usher, unprotected, as late as April of this year. Her initial suit was for $10 million, but has since tested positive for the virus, and now wants $20 million in pain and irresponsible non-condom wearing suffering. News spread through every script club and whole house in America that you can get rewarded for your burning bubbles, and now, petty Instagram attorney Lisa Bloom, who we've recently seen gallivanting with Black China, claims to have a boat load of boppers and poppers who slept with Usher, ready to cash in. Meanwhile, the tea in Atlanta's gay community is brewing. And now there are rumors of males who were, allegedly, previously paid off by Usher to keep quiet, now wanting to come forward to anonymously join the lawsuit. The word also around Atlanta is that many of Usher's colleagues and peers are panicking and wanting to get tested, because with only 1 to 2 degrees of separation, my sexual partner is your sexual partner. This long list includes notable Atlanta musicians, athletes, and politicians. There are many people, male and female, who may have the virus. Females are far more likely to show symptoms, as well as get regular checkups, while many males may show no symptoms and aren't as likely to regularly get tested. Usher is just one of many people in America carrying and passing along herpes simplex 2. Atlanta is the home of the Center for Disease Control. According to the CDC, the Atlanta metro area ranks top of the list in new cases of herpes, syphilis, HIV, and AIDS. As of 2016, Atlanta is specifically number 1 in the nation for syphilis and for HIV. However, due to lack of early testing, by the time patients are diagnosed in Atlanta, almost 1/3 have advanced to clinical AIDS, which greatly lessens the chances of survival from the disease. Usher has not released any statement of confirmation, nor denial, nor has he even made so much as a peep on any of his social medias. Perhaps there's a press conference coming, a countersuit, or, what I believe, a one-on-one interview as he did before, perhaps with Oprah Winfrey, yet again. Or, he pulls an R. Kelly and acts like nothing is going on, while continuing to tour and put out music in hopes that one day it will all go away, which as he is seeing these types of scandals have a way of resurfacing, again and again. Though his current wife and manager, Grace, has been publicly suspected, the source of the alleged leaked medical and court documents have not been confirmed. In addition, despite national and international media coverage of this story, Radar Online has not provided any proof that such documents exist. Every one of Usher's cohorts who are normally very vocal about these types of scandals are noticeably very quiet about this one. And though lots of people found Usher's exposure and potential STD status to be very funny, we just couldn't find much humor in it. In many of America's major cities, the AIDS rate is far greater than that of a third world country with far less resources and medical access. So, forgive us if we don't really laugh or make too light of someone contracting an incurable virus, such as herpes. Please get tested, and please, use protection.